Okay, finally, here we go with this build out. Found a merchant that has got all the required pieces to the puzzle in their data feed. Only 721 uh, products, but that's cool. We can do product showcases here, so we'll do some of that too. But first, we'll go over what we did. I have already done all my copy and paste. Oh, what? Sorry about that annoying little thing. That's why I'm not doing copy and paste. Here you all know how to do that anyway. So this data feed's got all the elements we need. So on the categories, they've got fashion and jewelry, but they also have over here, so I guess some kind of a subcategory, rings and earrings and pendants and necklaces and so on and so forth, bracelets. So what I did for those is I'll be using those to build my categories with. Um, and what I did was I uh, I just put them into a file, and this is it, and added an S to the end, so it's the category names have plurals in them. The other thing that I did was I used the Content Factory to generate 29,000 unique lines of content. We're going to use the random line uh, in our format in our build to insert a little bit of content along with our descriptions. We got everything here: the product name, the brand, the links, and I'm not going to shorten these links. In the other video, I showed you that I had used our link shortener and backlink factory to shorten the links. That is, I would recommend that you do something like that rather than plugging the raw links in for your final builds. Change the ID to my affiliate ID as required, so on and so forth. So we've got description longs and description short. The I got short links. Did I make these short links? Let's check it real fun. Let's have some fun. We'll check the short link and see if it goes to our vendor. Link is not currently active at ShareSale. Merchant was advertising temporarily not actually promoting that program. Okay, so we'll try a different one. It's a different product link, and we'll see if it. No, it doesn't. So I guess we better check out just a regular old linky. Let's go into ShareSale Analytics and yeah, okay. So maybe the short links isn't such a good idea. We'll do some more testing on that, and we'll figure that one out later. Anyway, so we're going to use the raw links anyway. We'll just close this thing down. And see what's going on. Anyway, we'll take it from there with that one. So here we go. These are the files that we've got, and I've got the GSG file here from the other build, from the Med Supplies build, and we're going to import it, and then we're going to work on the imported data and massage it and get it ready to go. So we'll do that now. As far as Traffic Factory. Oh, that's Schema Factory. That's not the one we're using today. Here we go, Traffic Factory. Schema Factory is a different kind of tool that you probably have heard of. Okay, so this has got some other stuff in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here and I'm going to import my GSG file, and we're going to get an error. That much I can tell you. And I'll show you how to deal with the error. We're doing open. There we go. So it's not finding the template because it's looking in Med Supply Depot for it. So when this happens, when you import a GSG file, and I've had some people have this issue in the group, At this point, all you do is, it says, please find the correct HTML template file in the next dialog, because it's needed to load extra fields correctly. We're going to need to change a couple of things. So we just click continue, and then it's looking for the template HTML file. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to close this out and go right on back to our content over here. And we're going to change our input, because that's not correct. It's going to be our jewelry folder. It's our input. All out, that's a generic output file, so that's okay. So now on the template, we're going to load up the template that we're going to use. We're going to start with our modern business, and then the next video we're going to come and we're going to take the raise 1, and we're going to modify that for this particular project. And that's we'll be editing the HTML template for that. So that's something I know some people are looking to do. Now, if you look at the way I've got this set up, it's pretty much going to be good to go here. Okay, I mean, everything is going to be pretty much the same in this build, because I'm using product name, I got brand name, geo I don't have. Now, when I build these things out, I'm going to be building by city. So this geo text file, in fact, we'll go ahead and we'll create it. You may have seen this already once before with something else, which is going to be our geo, and we're going to do it for Boise, Idaho, and we're going to save it as our geo.txt. And there it is. So now we're going to do Boise, Idaho. Dun, dun, dun. And we'll just change medical supplies to online fine jewelry. How about we'll do fine and fashion jewelry. Fine and fashion jewelry. Okay, so that's good. We don't really need to make any more changes in here because it's going to pick up everything. Okay, one thing I want to show you is the long description. I want to show you some detail on this guy, because there's been some discussion, thanks to Alan, in the Traffic Factory group about long description. So I did some research and I've implemented it here with these projects. And what long description is actually a class name that you can use. Okay, image alt prod name long description this page.html pound description, and then here I have a div ID of description. Okay, so and this is going to load the long description, and this is just a reference to it. So that's how you use long description that Alan was talking about. I think it's pretty cool. So we've done that here, and just looking for a short link, so that we're not going to be able to use the short links on these, because we found out that they don't work. So we're just going to use our links.txt file. So we're going to change this to links and links. And we're going to take off this phone number, of course. And we've got our div is a little messed up here. This div should close out right there. So that div is superfluous. Now, what I want to make sure that I don't have an orphan div statement down here at the bottom. I do. That's not good. So that's closing up that div that we just removed. So that we've got. this is our script that loads one of the product showcases, and this is loading the product showcase from the medical supplies. So let's real quick create some project showcases. So go over here, project showcase, go to that tool, and over here we're going to put in select a category, pick a layout, on the pop-out data we got the name and the price, and we're going to put the short description there too. We're going to save this one is bracelets. Let's save it. And I take the script. Oh no, that thing's gonna, hold on, I'm gonna do this and get right back. Okay, I only did 2 of the product showcases. I will eventually would do one for each of the categories. Over here, just by changing the category and creating the script, and then I copied it into a text file, and I spun it. So we come over here, and we look at I just copied and pasted it in here, which is what I'm going to do now with this. Just copy it. There we go again. Okay, I don't know what it is about that thing that, or this recorder that makes that happen. That is annoying. Anyway, so all I did was I just copied those two, the product showcases, and put them in here. So let's see, we got guaranteed lowest online prices. Probably not going to mess much with the titles and headlines. Best online source on list prices for cat subs, because now we're only using one category here. We're using cat main. Yeah, we're just using cat main. Alright, I don't think some random keywords in. It's our keywords text file, and we have a keywords text file. Well, I thought I built a keywords text file. Let's see if we can verify that real quick. Look in here. No, I did not grab my keywords from Google Keyword Ideas. So let me do that, and then we'll be right back. Okay, so what I did was I dropped the URL into Google Keyword Planner tool, and let Google pull the 964 URLs or keywords that it has for this particular vendor. So we're just going to save that as keywords text. Keywords text, and we use those. I just sprinkled those around different places. Okay, so our images, random images, small. Now these aren't particularly small. So what we're going to do is we're going to add in a size. We're going to make them small. Let's make them 200 by 200. Got 4 of them. Oh, so there's 4 of them. Let's make them 150 by 150. because really all we want to do is just we want to get some additional images in there. And oh man. Okay. So I got the copy and paste done. So anyway, so there we got it. That's our um, um, content, and we got our product name by brand name available to buy online today in Boise, Idaho is what this is going to read. That's our H1 tag. We're using a large image, and that's about it. So we can bail out of here. We're going to come back over here to the structure. We got cat main text as the as the main category, and we're building tag pages, but I'm going to make this cat main as well, and just one tag per post. We're going to cat main products, random posts interlinking. We're going to choose a post from the same category, so we're going to have earrings, additional links to earrings in our earrings, additional links and data. So now we'll check out the markup real quick. Look at the product markup. We don't want to generate product schema on our index pages, and this would be the category index and the main index pages. So we got brand name, product name, image large, description long, rating 1, and based on 1 review. These 2 numbers are required. I'll repeat that for you. You do what you want. I don't have any way of having these numbers be dynamic for this particular vendor, and I don't really know what the what's going on with the ratings anyway. So, but you are required to put at least a 1 in there in order to get it to pass the schema test. Over here for our extra content. Okay, we got nothing in the index, we got nothing in the post, nothing in the category, and nothing in the tags. So we're not going to add. Now, actually, you know what? We'll go ahead and do this, because on the tag pages and on the category page, I can add in the same content as I'm using here. So we can just select it all. It's going to do its thing, so I'm going to pause while I do that. Okay, so all I did was I just copied the same content for my category index pages and for my tag pages to add to it. Now on the tag pages, I'm going to remove the product information. Okay, so this is, I'm going to just change this to be fine jewelry, fine and fashion jewelry by brand. Because this is basically just a link to the so we're going to change this to fine jewelry. And let's see, we got anything else? That's our showcases. That's fine. We'll do a showcase. Cat main, that's okay. We're going to leave that in there. The rest of this stuff is just general stuff. On the category pages, we're going to do the same thing, because this is a category. And so we're just going to say the same thing again. Let's see, we'll use the category. So it's going to say earrings or bracelets or whatever. So no, we're going to not doing the specific product. So we're going to take this out. Because basically this is, as you know, it's a link. It's a link page to all the different categories that we generate. So This other stuff is generic enough. Let's see, what do we got here? Prod name. Find cat main jewelry. Available to buy online in Boise. Guarantee the lowest prices on. Jewelry in Boise. Okay. Auto schema. We got that on. I just use a, actually, I know what the logo is for this particular, okay, we didn't need to say that, but I know what the logo is for this particular vendor is because I had to use, this is it right here. I had some blank, there we go again. You see what I deal with for you guys. Anyway, that's the logo JPG, or the logo image for the jewelry vendor. So I'll just pop that in there instead of using a generic. Redirects we're going to have off. Okay, first thing we want to do is we're going to save this puppy. And it's going to be our jewelry TSG. Call it jewelry 1. And I'm going to pop over here and just delete this guy. Just to keep it clean. And now we're going to see, now what do we got? Oh, it came up clean the first time. I'm pretty good at this, huh? Alright, so we're going to add it to dummy uploader and take a look at what we got. So, dummy uploader, next. Start. And 722, so looks like there might be some duplicate products. Or 722, no, that's pretty close to what they were saying. Bracelets, earrings, necklaces, pendants, and rings. So let's see how we're looking here for rings. Yeah, that's a big image. That's okay. And then this, yep, linking down to, you can see it down there, linking out to the product. And we'll verify that we got those in sync. And there we go, right straight to the buy page, 590 bucks. I think these guys are paying about 10%. I do believe. Anyway, yeah, I think it's 10%. Anyway, it's some pretty expensive stuff, so there's some pretty decent commissions that come through with these guys, or that will. That's really it. It's that simple to build these out and to have them in, their own specific categories. Now, there's also been some questions about these folder names that are generated, and these folder names that are generated they come from, I'm going to explain this real quick. They come from your content tab. They come from this element right here, and the reason they look like this is because I've got a geotext. I've got a short code in there. Okay, so in some cases, what you guys are seeing is in my done for you, I use a short code called site name. So that's part of my rinse and repeat strategy. I can change the site name in a file, and it changes it everywhere for me. And I basically have a fixed format thing that might just be, if I'm just going to be cranking these things out, I can change the site name, or I can change just the geo text in this case. to do different cities. So I can just start running this, for multiple cities. Anyway, so there's nothing wrong with, let me back up here. There's nothing wrong with this. If you look, the site name is used in a couple of different places, and we'll go over that real quick. If you look on the pages, the site name is used here. So that's the geo, and that's the literal value that's there. I always use, I need to edit this. Tomorrow we'll go over this. This is an edit, this is using the random images that come in the Modern Business Done For You campaign. This random image needs to be reset, so it's picking up a piece of jewelry as opposed to this looks for a medical clinic or something. But anyway, and then that site name is also used down here in your copyright, okay? Copyright Boise, Idaho, online finder, so on and so forth. So that's the use of that, and it also, of course, is used up here in the title. We got the product name and the site name, okay, and our title tag. And then our meta description, basically it's the same thing as the H1 tag, okay, which you see down here. Wherever it is. Anyway, you get the point. And that's how I construct my meta description, which is this piece over here, right here. Meta content. This is the same as the H1 tag that you see right here. Okay, so that's in multiple places. See, that's about it. I can't think of anything more to go over with this particular one. Redirects, so on and so forth. Let's take a quick look at the tag pages. We only got one set of tag, or one tag. So there we go, the changes we did. And here's one of our product showcases. And if you click on it, it brings up the individual product, and we added the description and the price right here, and then this link was built for me. Okay, by when I generated the and you can scroll through these. Different products in here. I see what it is. They all pretty much look the same. Anyway, so sprinkling those things around, it's not a bad idea. These are little 150 by 150s, and in this case it picked up 3 of the logos, but they will have a different if we look at the page source, in the page source, okay, here we're looking at the image schema, and if you look down here, these are the keywords that are used for the alt text on these images. So even though they're identical images, they may or may not be okay. Anyway, this is all up to you. I mean, this is basically a tutorial on how to set up the data to generate the categories properly, more than anything else. Okay, because a lot of people have been asking about how to build out this way and get the categories squared away, straightened out. So in the next video, what we'll do is we're going to start to work on the HTML template. We're going to use raise, which is the one that's for the warts, and it does the big image at the top and bottom. It's a much more modern looking template. So we'll go in and modify that. We'll change out the image. We'll add some tracking codes, and probably going to you'll see how to add like Facebook tracking pixels, so on and so forth. So that'll be the next one, and then we can open up for questions, or if you guys want, we can actually do a webinar sometime, and just do a general Q&A on different ways to do stuff like this and where to find. So there's probably some other networks that have good product feeds that you can modify to do the same thing that we're doing here. So that's it for today. Sorry this is taking so long, but you can blame Patrick. Don't tell him, but you can blame him because he's been keeping me so busy. Okay? All right. Anyway, no, I don't blame Patrick. I'm lazy too. Anyway, that's it. We'll talk to you later. We'll get the next video done hopefully yet today. It's only 10:20 here, but I've got to go run out for a bit. And if I've got time when I get back, I'll do that third video on the HTML templates. Thank you very much for everything you guys do for us.